Hello everyone, and welcome to another game of World of Warships. Today's replay is from Tsukumi-chan, and he is in the Giulio Cesare. And I'm terribly sorry because I'm probably mispronouncing all of that. Now, he is on the map Solomon Islands. 3-point domination game. Top tier, which is lovely. No carrier. And, well, being top tier also means no sun. Now, the Clemson here has lovely provided a smokescreen for the Agano, which means the Agano has sailed through the smokescreen and decided to open water gunboat fully broadside. World of Warships. Well, I mean, it's a low tier battle, right? Might be new players around, so there is that. Meanwhile, we have an enemy Omaha that's also broadside, so what's gonna happen? Oh, and we've lost the Clemson, that's a shame. Okay, the Omaha got citadeled, well, but only once, so it's still afloat. Also, mind you, there seems to be a bot around here, because, yeah, World of Warships just doesn't have the numbers anymore to actually fill low tier battles with players. So, the bot is, well, just YOLOing in, as bots tend to do. And it's probably gonna get smacked pretty hard here, exactly. Of course, there are a lot of enemies and not so many friendlies around here. And Tsukumi-chan is pretty healthy for that fact, to be honest. Then again, I suppose the Agano has taken a lot of the enemy fire. Meanwhile, is that Minakaze getting torped? Unfortunately, no. But the Class Horn has been taken care. Well, has been taken care of, and oh, that salvo missed. Shame. Anyway, meanwhile, the friendlies are pushing the sea cap, so that's looking good. And that Minakaze seems to be on fire. Honestly, I think I'd shoot that well, the Minakaze is already gone. I would have probably tried to shoot that Minakaze regardless. It's on very low health, and taking it out would be very beneficial right here. Meanwhile, our friendly bot destroyer is YOLOing in, as bots tend to do, and just got wrecked. Now it's 2 versus 4 here. Tsukumi-chan is still in very good health, but the enemy destroyer could be an issue. The Minakaze might be barely floating, but that doesn't make it any less dangerous. Meanwhile, the Svetlana is hopefully gonna go down here. Not sure what the friendly Agano does here. It's sailing a bit weirdly. But, you know. It's also surprisingly healthy. I wonder, like, there are so many enemy ships here, and yet the friendlies are all surprisingly healthy. I mean, I suppose the friendlies lost 2 destroyers here, right? But it doesn't take an awful lot to sink those. Anyway. Another bot lining up for a smacking. And slightly smacked it gets. So once they deal with that bot, that's just the Rio de Janeiro here. The Omaha that got citadeled early on just decided to run away, I guess. But the destroyer is still around. Now, a Minakaze is pretty deadly with fast torpedo reload. At this tier, it might not have adrenaline rush, I suppose, but it's so low health that it's possible that torpedo reload is even better now. And there is only so much dodging you can do. But it does look like Tsukumi-chan is gonna go back in. I mean, the Agano could use a backup. Oh, the Minakaze is visible. And the Minakaze. Shoot the Minakaze. Yeah, I wouldn't trust it. I guess he's trusting his Agano a lot. I wouldn't. The Minakaze is really the biggest threat here, right? Anyway, the Agano is getting low. The Omaha is also pretty low. The next salvo might just be able to deal with that. Now, as I said earlier, like, torpedoes reload relatively quickly at this tier, while the Minakase troops have been dodged not too long ago. By now, there might be additional fish in the water, and oh nice, the Omaha is gone. Now we have Rio de Janeiro here. And this is gonna be an interesting fight, because honestly, I'm really surprised that we haven't seen any more Minakase fish yet. So he's trying to turn away here from the Rio de Janeiro, not show too much broadside, but the problem is we don't know where the Minakase is. It's still inside the camp. If there is fish gonna come here, okay. So it looks like Tsukimi-chan has decided that showing broadside to the Rio de Janeiro is less risky than... Oh wait, the Minakase is now gone. Ah, okay, the Agano got this. Okay, this makes this situation a lot simpler. I'm still surprised we haven't seen more fish there. Okay, the Rio de Janeiro is gonna go for a lot of broadside here. Fortunately, the rear guns don't have an angle here anymore to shoot. So this is gonna be interesting. Now, of course, Tsukimi-chan wants to avoid a ram because he is way healthier. It looks like the enemy is not gonna allow him farm a broadside. This is risky because, you know, you don't want to be broadside yourself. I think he's gonna go for the gun turrets, hoping to disable them. And, well, he disabled one. Ooh, there's a high caliber. Now I can just sail past it and use the rear guns. I would have already switched here to my rear guns, and this is possibly a slight amount of panic involved here. Oh. So he would have hit the enemy's rear, but the Agano was faster. Okay, that's a problem dealt with. Now it's a 4 versus 4. The friendlies are actually the only ones who have a cap, and they are taking A right now. B is taken by the enemy though. So at this point, we might just have to... I'm taking control of the camera here, and I'm gonna slightly speed this up because it might take a while until we get to our next engagement. Right now it's just all about capping and then moving to the center. Now, the friendly Kuma is abandoning the sea cap. Also, by the way, I'm not sure if this Agano has gone AFK or not. It's possible. Okay, so... Giulio Cesare has been found. Oh, there's a Confederate. So, I'm not sure if this Agano has gone AFK or not. I mean, it's on 4 kills, and it most certainly did play earlier. There is no sense for it to rage quit or anything. So I presume it might have connection issues or whatever. Like, there really is no reasonable conclusion why this Agano would just stop playing at this point, especially since it's so close to a Kraken. And was having a good game for now. So anyway, that's a bit of a shame. The friendly Kuma is also on very low health, and I'm not sure where the Rio de Janeiro is going. Well, let's have a look. It's... wait, it's full health. Yeah, the Rio de Janeiro should be sailing, like, either towards B or C, right? It's... I presume it's turned to use all of its guns or something like that. But seriously, this is... It's not the fastest ship. It really wants to go where there is something to fight. So, while it looks like a 3 versus 3, it's technically a 2 versus 3. Then again, I mean, if we assume that the friendly ship has crashed, for example, it's possible that it can just reboot and rejoin the game. We shall see. Now the A cap is being taken. Yeah, unfortunately the defender that they have is, well, not really playing. So this is a tough situation to be in, because the friendlies need capture zones. So if Tsukimi-chan were to turn around and go to A, well, there's a destroyer there, right? There is no reason to assume the destroyer lets itself get spotted. So he would just be chasing a ghost, more or less, and the enemy would be slowly winning on points. But if he doesn't go there, then the friendlies lose another camp. At least we know there is a New York coming at B. So here he can hopefully sink the New York and take the capture zone. Hopefully we can get the Furutaka afterwards too. Well, so oh no, don't turn broadside. That's a risky move. I mean, I know load your battleships are very inaccurate, but that's a very risky move that you're playing with fire. And it looks like he's turning back there, but that was lucky that the enemy didn't get a good hit there. Well, the New York, on the other hand, does not get so lucky. Then again, the Giulio Cesare is very accurate for a battleship at this tier. So there is that. Meanwhile, the Rio de Janeiro, at least it's moving now somewhat in a good direction. But this is getting troublesome. There is still 7 minutes to go, and while the friendlies do have a points lead, and they are certainly taking the B cap right now, the destroyer is gonna be an issue, because neither the Rio de Janeiro nor the Giulio Cesare have any tools to spot that guy. And the enemy having so many caps right now. Like, all the enemy destroyer needs to do is just keep sailing around and capping and torpedoing battleships. Meanwhile, Furutaka is... oh, he ricochets in the citadel. Well, Furutaka is trying to flee, but I'm not sure if it will have a chance to escape there. Also, mind you, Tsukumi-chan is detected right here. That means the enemy destroyer is coming in probably from our side. Because it shouldn't be that Furutaka doing the detecting. And, ooh, Furutaka's still alive. If that Furutaka managed to go into concealment, it would be bad. The enemy has now overtaken them on points, but yeah, the Furutaka went in concealment, that is bad. Oh, there it is. Did it just fire again? That's not really a good move, right? What Furutaka needed to do was just survive and run. The enemy can totally win this on points, if they play it smart. Because the battleships are just way too slow, and the enemy has more caps right now, and that is true. Well, even without Furutaka, the enemy destroyer could win this on points. So still detected, so we know the enemy destroyer has to come in from behind it. Well, we don't know on which side of that massive... well, okay, we do. While I was still talking, it turns out the enemy destroyer has entered the cap. So we know it came from A. This was doing the spotting. So it's now just traversing through B. Well, I mean, it could be sitting right here, or it's pushing through here, we don't know. Now, this destroyer has to sink in order for this to win. I mean, the battleships can split up and try to contest two caps. Oh, wait. The enemy DD fucked up. Well, that's good. So, Tsukumi-chan earned himself 2,434 base experience. That's a lot of experience for tier 5. You don't see that often. So, lovely battle, very close one. And in the end, I suppose the enemy destroyer was a little bit too careless and got taken out. But you know, it's low tiers. A lot of people are rather inexperienced there, I suppose, which makes sense. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and I'll see you next time.